Hey peeps, Claudia King here, founder of Automio, creator of Scale Up and award-winning legal innovator. In today's vid, I'm going to share with you the 5 things that you need to do as a law firm owner to have a productive and energizing week every single week. And please stay till the end. I'm going to be sharing with you how you can get your hands on my brand new guide, which is all about how to free up a whole day every single week to focus on growing your law firm. This is one of the keys to my success with scaling my law firm to 7 figures, and I have done all the legwork to figure out how to free up time in this way. So please stick around to the end to get your hands on this new guide. Right peeps, let's get into it. Okay peeps, so here's the thing. I regularly speak to law firm owners and lawyers who are overworked, overwhelmed, and over it. They feel bullied by their inbox, they feel like their calendar goes to shit every week, and they feel like they're always having to postpone and cancel and reschedule appointments and commitments and things that they have planned with their friends and family, and generally just not being able to do the things that they love to do because of their work. So perhaps you're a lawyer who really struggles with your calendar, you feel overworked, you just can't ever seem to get ahead of the workload, and you've tried all the productivity tips that you've read online, but nothing seems to really work for you. Or perhaps you're a law firm owner who is constantly having to cancel catch-ups with friends and family members, or cancel doing charity work because your work is always getting in the way. So when I first became a law firm owner, I really struggled to have productive weeks. They always felt like they got completely out of control and chaotic by about Monday afternoon, because stuff would crop up and it would just totally wipe my calendar out for the rest of the week. And as a result, I was constantly cancelling catch-ups with friends and family members. I stopped doing a lot of the things that I love doing around sports and exercise and hobbies, all because my work kept cropping up and getting in the way. And as a result, I became miserable. I was irritable, I was grumpy, I was snappy, I was not having a good time, and I was definitely not showing up in this world how I wanted to be showing up. So after a period of working like this and becoming extremely unhappy with being a lawyer and practicing law, I went on, a quest to figure out how to work in a way that was more productive and energizing and enjoyable. And one of the things that I have learned is how to plan my week so that it feels productive and energizing, and I get the shit done that I want to get done, and I get to do the amazing things that I want to do. So I've tried a number of different productivity tips and techniques over the years, and these are the 5 that have worked really well for me. And I've actually turned this into a training inside my coaching program, Scale Up. So a lot of law firm owners now use this framework that I'm about to share with you to plan their perfect week. So these are the 5 things that you need to do to plan your perfect week so that it feels really productive and energizing. So number 1 is design, not default. So if you're a busy law firm owner, then at the moment, if you're not planning out your weeks in advance, your perfect week, then your default is really having a calendar that runs you. So to have a perfect week, you need to design it. You need to design it intentionally. And so to design something intentionally, you need to understand what your perfect week looks like. So if you thought about it, like what would you do in your perfect week? Okay. So, what are the things that you would do? So work-wise, what would you spend your time on? So you might spend some time on doing some marketing or creating a marketing plan for next quarter. You might spend some time like looking at your financials and actually understanding them and seeing what they mean and what you can learn from them so that you can do things better in the future. You might spend some more time with your team members to help them overcome some of their challenges and to make sure that they're hitting their KPIs. those sorts of things. What about in your personal life? So you might want to spend some more time with your husband, wife, partner. You might want to spend some more time with your kids. You might want to pick them up from school or preschool a couple of times a week and take them to their dance class or their art class or swimming. Perhaps you've got hobbies or sports that you enjoy, so you want to spend some time doing those. Perhaps you love to do charitable work, and what does that look like? What would you be doing? How long would you be doing it for? So think about all these sorts of things, and write down. You don't need to even get your calendar out yet, but just write down in a list the sorts of things that you would like to do in your perfect week. Okay, so that's number one: design, not default. Number two is block your time. Okay, so now that you know what the things are that you would like to do in your perfect week, you can now bring up your calendar and you can start to slot these things into your calendar, into your schedule. So slot them in, make sure you've got enough time for each one, and not only book it in, so put it into your calendar, but for example, if you are booking in to do a Pilates class on Wednesday at 5:30 p.m., so put that in your calendar and then jump on the Pilates Businesses app and book it in there as well. Then you're much more likely to show up and do it. So that's number two, block your time. Number three is theme your day. So this is a really fun one to bring some more sort of energy and enjoyment to your calendar, and also to bring some order to it can also often feel a bit chaotic. So think about your goals and the things that you want to achieve in your life at the moment, and then come up with some theme days based on those goals. So I'll share a few examples with you. So you might do Marketing Monday. So you might be doing a real marketing push at the moment, doing some really cool online digital marketing, and you need to spend some time to actually look at what's working, what's not working, looking for opportunities, looking at the challenges and how you can improve them. So every Monday you will spend some time, maybe an hour or so, focused on your marketing. Tuesdays might be Team Tuesday. And this is a day where you catch up with the team members who report directly to you and talk to them about what's going well, what they're finding challenging, and how they're tracking against their KPIs. Then Wednesdays might be Work at Wednesday. And Work at Wednesday is really just a day where you've got nothing else on and you can just get some solid work done. So there's a few examples of how you can bring themes in to planning out your perfect week to make it more fun, enjoyable, and to help you figure out where to slot in all these things that you want to do and to achieve that would make up your perfect week. Number four is fill it weekly. Okay, so you're not going to have the same perfect week every single week, which means that you need to plan your perfect week once a week, every week. So I spend 30 to 40 minutes every Sunday planning out my perfect week for the next week. Some people do it on a Monday morning. A lot of the lawyers that I work with in my coaching program, they love to do it on a Monday morning because it means that they're aware of whatever's come in sort of over the weekend, and they can plan accordingly with that in mind. So you can do that. I also know some lawyers who like to do it on a Friday. So for example, Emma Houston from The Remote Expert, who is one of the most organized law firm owners I know, she does hers on a Friday because she likes to spend her weekend not having to think about all the things that she needs to get done next week because she's already got it planned out. She's already got it all slotted into her calendar so that she can get all the things done that she needs to get done, and she doesn't have to think about it on Saturday and Sunday, and she can have those days just completely free of thinking about those sorts of things, which is extremely liberating. So that is fill it weekly. Now, one thing I will say about this before I go on to the next point is that I often talk to law firm owners and I'll say to them, are you planning your weeks? Are you setting aside time every week to plan out your week? And they will say, I've done that once or twice, but it doesn't work for me. And I'll say, well, what do you mean? And they'll say, I'll get to the end of the week and I'll only have got half the stuff done that I set for myself in my calendar. And my response to that is some weeks you will have weeks where you get less done. And that is absolutely fine. But you need to start afresh. Every week is an opportunity. Every next week is a blank canvas. And you really need to do this every week. So even if you have a week where you don't get as much done in your perfect week as you would like, it hasn't been as perfect as you want it to be, that's fine. I get derailed sometimes. I sometimes occasionally still have a week where something kind of blows up and I need to deal with it. And some of the things that I had planned need to be postponed or cancelled. That's just life. It will happen sometimes. However, my perfect week happens far more often because I plan it out than those sorts of weeks where you don't get everything done happens. So even if you've had a bad week, don't let that discourage you from stopping. Also, it takes a wee while to get into the rhythm and routine of the perfect week, because you can't really just go from having this chaotic week one week and then the very next week having this extremely perfect week. It takes a wee while to get into the rhythm and to realize that you need to honor your commitments. So for example, if you have put in your calendar that you are going to go to a yoga class, and sometimes, I know I used to do this, where I would put that in there, but often I wouldn't go because it was just an appointment with myself. Nobody else was relying on me. So who cares if I cancel that appointment? But of course, self-care is so important. In fact, that appointment is probably more important than nearly any other in my calendar. And so what I used to think is, well, would I ever not show up to a client meeting? Absolutely not. I would always show up to a client meeting. If it was in my calendar, I would always show up. I would never just be like, oh, I'm just not going to go. I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm just not going to go. Like, I know you wouldn't do that either. So you need to start learning to honor the commitments to yourself like you honor the commitments to your clients and to other people. And that doesn't necessarily happen overnight. It's a bit of a transition. So when it comes to fill it weekly, do it every week, even if you've had a week where your perfect week wasn't so perfect. So number 5 is package the details. So this is my ninja move for you. So once you have put everything into your calendar, all the things that make up your perfect week, you've got a time slot for all of them. You then need to go into each one and put in the details that you need to get started on that thing quickly. So for example, if you're putting in, say you've got Marketing Monday, and so you're putting in 90 minutes to get your Q2 marketing plan finished. You've started it, you need to get it finished. So in that calendar appointment, put a link to your marketing plan, put a link to the training or the template that you're using to create the marketing plan, put a link through to any marketing data that you've got from previous marketing that you've done to help you create your plan, link through to any websites who are doing marketing well that you like what they're doing, so that it's all there, because there's nothing worse than coming to do some work and having to faff around for 10 to 15 minutes to find all the documents and find all the stuff just so that you can get started. Where if you package the dates at the time that you're actually planning out your perfect week, so that when it comes to doing that thing, you can just get straight into it with no faffing, then you'll feel much more energized and much more productive. So that is number 5, package the dates. So just to recap, the 5 things that you need to do to plan your perfect week that is productive and energizing are: number 1, design, not default. Number 2, block your time. Number 3, theme your days. Number 4, fill it weekly. And number 5, package the dates. Now, I promised you at the start that if you stayed around to the end, I would let you know how you can get your hands on my brand new guide, all about how to free up 1 full day per week to work on growing your law firm. So if you click on the link down below, you will see there that you can go and download it. So please go and grab it. Like I said before, I spend a lot of time figuring out how I can free up or create time to spend on working on my law firm. I've done all the legwork, so go and download that guide and follow it so that you can create more time to build the law firm that you love. Now, if you haven't already, please like this video and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I'd love for you to leave a comment down below about what you find challenging or any thoughts that you have about planning your week. And as always, I want to challenge you to keep chipping away and doing the work to build your dream law firm. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. If there's anything these past months have shown us, it's that the time to make lasting, impactful change in the legal industry is right now. So I want to challenge you to shake things up and create change today. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and share this video with your lawyer friends. See you next week.